it's Rebecca Mickey here and welcome to the Sleep Tips video. In this video I am going to be talking all about the importance of having a nap time routine as well as having a nighttime routine. So we're going to be looking at what these routines look like as well as why we need to have them. So the reason that we really want to have a nighttime routine is that it really cues sleep, and this is something that families will often start doing from actually a really young age. You don't need to start this from birth. Anytime after 12 weeks I think is a really great age to start introducing a nighttime routine, and it does cue sleep. Your child will know that sleep is coming because we have a consistent routine. So this routine does need to be consistent for us to get the full benefit of it. So when I say consistent, that means that we need to be doing the same thing in the same place, in the same order for every single night. And this would be the same between you and anybody else who is doing that nighttime routine. You want to be doing the same thing in the same place, in the same order. Now, the reason that we want this to be so consistent is that the consistency is predictable. So even from a young age, your child is going to know what's going to be coming next. And when they know what's going to be coming next, that predictability is very relaxing to them. And obviously, the more relaxed that your child is, the easier time they're going to have falling asleep. So a great nighttime routine will be between 30 and 45 minutes long. Now, this certainly is longer than we would have for a nap time routine, which I'll talk about in a moment. But a nighttime routine needs to be between 30 and 45 minutes long, and it needs to be that predictable. Now, I understand that you may think that actually it's a really long time to fill with all sort of sleepy going to bed things. So let me give you some examples of things that you can do. Oftentimes people will incorporate a bath as part of their nighttime routine. If you do have a bath as part of your nighttime routine, this is certainly a way of lengthening out, and you may be having that sort of 45-minute nighttime routine if you're starting with a bath. Now, if your child gets very excited and really struggles to unwind and relax after they've had a bath, you may not want to have this as part of your nighttime routine. Now, enjoying the bath is completely fine. It's the whole relaxing part after. If they struggle with that, you may want to hold off having the bath and have the bath another part of the day. So you may have a bath every other night. That's often, or maybe just a couple of times a week, and that's completely fine. So your nighttime routine, if that's the case, would start after the bath. So that's when the things get really predictable. And that would be with getting diaper on and getting dressed and getting in pajamas and getting ready for sleep. So you may actually want to introduce a massage of part of your nighttime routine. And obviously this is going to happen before you get pajamas on. Something that's really helpful. Children who have a 15-minute massage before bed generally sleep better and for longer stretches than those who don't. So you may want to introduce a massage of part of your nighttime routine. Start really small and you can increase the duration as your child gets older. This is certainly something that is easier to introduce with an infant. If you suddenly start trying to massage a 12-month-old, they're not going to be being able to take that on. They're going to be too wiggly. So starting with an infant and then just carrying that on can be really beneficial. So we've had a bath, diaper on, massage, get pajamas on, and then you may have another 20 minutes to fill. And then what are you going to do? You can't just read books for 20 minutes. You can't sing songs for 20 minutes. So you can have a little bit of playtime in this routine. That's completely fine to do as long as it's fairly calm, relaxing play. That may be a little bit trickier with children who are a little bit older, but just as long as it's something that they can fairly easily calm down from. So you may not have their most exciting toy. You may not have something that gets them super excited. You may just have playing with some cards, playing with some bricks. You playing with your child can be really helpful for a really great bonding time before bed, and is really helpful for lengthening out that routine. Most certainly have books as part of the routine. Start small when your child is young, and as they get older you can increase the amount of books that you are reading. You may want to always finish with the same book, so that's a good cue that your child knows when we get to this book, then we move on to the next step. You can have some singing. Singing, I think, is a great way of relaxing your child. Another great opportunity for bonding late in the day. So singing a few songs and then working on getting your child down to sleep, however that happens for you. It may be that you're feeding to sleep, you're rocking to sleep, or your child is getting themselves to sleep. At that point, then you would put them into their bed. So the routine is that 30 to 45 minutes before you're actively working on getting them down to sleep. That will be when their sleep time starts, even if it takes them a little time to fall asleep. That's completely fine. So that is our nighttime routine. Same thing, same place, same order. The consistency is very, very relaxing. Now our nap time routine. The nap time routine needs to be fairly similar, but we can't be having such a long routine throughout the day, especially with young children who are having many naps through the day. So we want that routine to be between 10 and 15 minutes in duration. Again, we need this to be super consistent. Same thing, same place, same order for every single nap. And you may just have going into the bedroom, shutting the curtains, turning a little lamp on, looking at some books, singing some songs, and then getting down to sleep. You would want to be consistent and only do this routine whenever you're home. Don't worry about when you're out and about. That's not going to be possible to do. But having that consistency at home is actually going to be really helpful for your child to be nice and relaxed and then nap a little easier. The consistency with the routines, both the nap time routine and the nighttime routine, is really important because of that predictability. But as well, your child's brain is going to know that sleep is going to be coming because you're going through that consistent routine. And then what will happen is their brain will begin to fall asleep. They won't be closing their eyes and falling asleep, but the brain will be getting ready for sleep. So when you're trying to get them down, they should fall asleep much easier for you. So we want to have a consistent nap time routine and a consistent nighttime routine, and starting these anytime from about 12 weeks of age. I will see you in the next video.